Hey, thanks for stopping by our channel today. My name's Robert and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. So today, finally getting to a project that I started about a year ago. So we're here in Northwest Ohio. It is, I don't know, 14th, 15th of September, somewhere around there. And we are in a pretty bad drought. It's been quite a while since we've been this dry. So going back in time a year ago, we had a dry spell. Where I am right now, this is our cattle dry lot where we like to keep our feeder steers. So on the other side of this wall, there is a 10 by 40 steer pen with an inline feeder. There is a round bale rack on this end, and we have a 48 by 48 foot dry lot out here. When the weather's crappy, I kind of leave them in the dry lot. When weather's nice or the pasture is in good condition, they can go out on a pasture here. Well, last year we had a dry spell, so I came into this dry lot and I dug about 4 to 5 inches of topsoil out. And it was supposed to be dry for like the 10-day forecast. They weren't calling for any rain. Well, it started raining and it didn't stop till this spring. It's finally dried out enough that I said, you know what? I am going to cut out some more of the topsoil here. The neighbor dropped off 3 big semi-truck loads of stone this week. And I just want this where no matter how wet it is, the steers can come out. Now, we only keep about 4 at a time right now, these feeder steers. So this 48 by 48, if you watch some other videos, the guys in Texas that are running these cattle on dry lots always have some type of shelter. They'll just use big sunscreens or big kind of freestanding monoslope kind of roof things with no sides. Well, we have the cattle barn here attached to this. They can go in and out whenever they want. But rule of thumb is 200 to 250 square feet per animal that's in this. So if you go off of that, at 200 square feet, I can fit almost 11 steers in here, which we'll never have that many on this property right here. We run 4 to 6 typically, so that'll be okay. Even if you bump it up to 250 square feet an animal, I think the math on top of my head is around 9. And that's before you even add in their 400 square foot in here inside the barn with the barn curtain, so they get a lot of airflow. But I figured, you know what, bigger is always better. It's nice out today. It's 89 degrees out right now, and it is hot. And like I said a little bit ago, we are really short on rain. So a lot of farmers are starting to get worried. They're starting to pull off some crops here in Ohio, and let's just say the bushels per acre are not what people had expected. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by today. We are just my wife and I and our daughter, we bought this property 4 years ago. Everything you see here was woods. We've cleared out a couple acres of pasture, put up the barn, have a dry lot for the cattle. We have a bull and 2 heifers over here. We have a dry lot here. That's our full Apollo that was born on Valentine's Day of 2023. And then the other horses are on a big pasture next to him. So, real quick, kind of catch you guys up. I've been fighting kidney stones for the last month. I have surgery this week. They said you can't take your pain pill after today, so I'm kind of hurting. I was sitting in the house watching movies with kiddo, and I said, you know what? If I'm going to be in the house hurting, I might as well be out here getting some things done, because I'm probably not going to feel like doing them after this surgery. So surgery is Wednesday this week. I figured, you know what? I can probably get this done today and a couple other little projects. The way I look at it, I'm either going to be in pain or bounce around the tractor. Hopefully after a month we'll bounce these things loose, but that's just wishful thinking. So like I said, we are so dry. I've never dumped dirt here on this property into the dump trailer and just been a cloud of dust, so it's pretty crazy. But I started scraping it a little bit ago. I'm going to finish scraping this. If you can see over here, that little section is triangled off. Like I said, that's the horse dry lot on this side, the cattle dry lot on this side. I'm putting a Ritchie inline waterer there, automatic water, so year round the horses can have access to water, and the cows that are in this one, or the steers I should say, have access to water. All the water lines are ran. We finally ran water and electric from the house to the barn. Our original quote was $17,000, and I did it for about $3,800 this summer. So we are just moving forward. So that's it. I've been talking enough, trying to get you guys up to speed. So move the tripod out of the way, and let's get some of the topsoil out of here and start hauling in some stone. pretty happy with this. Got all this scraped down. Over here, I'll show you, you can actually see below the concrete for the steer pen. So I don't want to go much deeper than that. For the base, I'm going to use some 411 stone, and I want to get about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inch base of that. And then we're going to come back with some screenings. Now, depending where you are in the country, they call them different things. Some people call them crusher runs, some people call them fines, some people call them like limestone fines. Around here, we are pretty much dead center in the limestone capital of the world, and they call them screenings. So it's the real fine pieces and the sand and the dust that they keep out from the clean stone. And hopefully it should work. Now, this isn't going to be a fix-all. I'll probably have to come back in every year and do a little bit of maintenance, but the big thing is, let's get this, what is there, 45 ton, 50 ton. Let's get that started, and I think it'll be a pretty good base, a good start of what we got going on here. So out there, got two Duroc hogs that are getting ready to be finished. And then we're moving all these loafing sheds over to the other side, where I haven't done a video yet, but we cleared 4 acres of land with my buddy's big Fecon forestry mulcher, and just trying to grow this little cattle operation we have. Basically just kind of therapy for me, and I enjoy doing it. So move the dump trailer out of the way, get a straight shot in here with some stone, and let's start moving some stone. All right, we are making some progress. Went in the house, took a break, trying to stay hydrated. And over here, I got these guys kind of locked up out of the main pasture for now. In the back there, that is our shorthorn heifer, Kimmy Gibbler. And this is our main man Whiskey, our registered mini Hereford bull. And he has a little lady friend for about the next 3-4 weeks. Some people we know asked if he would breed her, so they brought her over. And they get along really well. The plan is keep it real high here and slope nice drainage out towards the north end of the pasture there. And horses are ready to come in. Hopefully I'll have that project tied up this week. Probably not before my surgery, but I just got to pour a little 4 foot by 4 foot concrete pads. So I have about, I want to say a ton, maybe a ton and a half of stone left to bring in here. My main goal is to get it in here, and then I would grade it around. I got some bare spots. And then real quick, I'm going to throw on that 5 ton of screenings. So if you guys look here, I always get questions when I'm doing stone projects. This is 411s. Get it to focus here. So you got some stone that size of, I don't know what you'd want to say, gumballs, all the way down to like the real fine stuff, and then the sand even. So, but that's pretty much it. The next size stone of this is what they call 304s. In 304, you can start getting into some that are, you know, kind of like this. That's not from 304s, that's just from our natural crappy ground here. But yeah, 304s would be this all the way down to sand. And like I said, this stuff is kind of like that. And then the screenings that we're going to put down, I'll go show you right now, is pretty much the fines. And it's nice because it's easier on their feet. I did consult with a vet before I decided to do this project. I have a friend who's a USDA bovine vet. And she goes, yeah, it'll be fine for them. They're not on it 100% of the time because usually they're out on pasture. But the screenings will make it so it doesn't irritate their feet. So happy animals, happy life. All right here next to the Wolf Ridge splitter. I got to get splitting, so I got that sitting outside. This is our pile of screenings that was dropped off. Pretty fine stuff all the way down to sand. And all these stones are quite small, you can see. So once this stuff packs, it packs like concrete. You get some water on it and it won't irritate the cattle's feet. It'll be easy to scrape manure and hay off of this, put up in our composting hay pile. And then this stuff's so cheap. Like I said earlier, we live what's known as the limestone capital of the world, so I can get a ton of this stuff for like $5. I know some places it's crazy what I see guys online paying 20 bucks a ton, whatever. So neighbor's got a dump truck. He basically just charges me fuel. We're very thankful for that. But we're gonna get that, I'll show you what I got left of the 411s to put down. A little bit here. There's a pile right there. So we're gonna finish that. We'll start working on this. It might be dark. Man, the end of summer, the sunset always sneaks up on me, but if we have to finish it tomorrow, we will. But I'm glad to get this project in the books. All right, as you can see here, it's about 8:40 at night. I decided just to work straight through. When I was on the tractor listening to music, I remembered, oh yeah, I can't take a pain pill after tonight. And I have surgery on Wednesday. They want me to stop about 3 days before. So figured it's best just to get this done. So we got that base in here of the 411s. I came back in and put about 2 inches. I aimed for 2 inches of screenings all the way around. And as you can see, I drove the tractor around back and forth, kind of packing it down a little bit. Now, I always get questions, people asking, like, what was the price of this project? That's going to depend a lot where you are in the country, your proximity to a quarry, what trucking runs you. A lot of the trucking companies around here, to get stone delivered, they're just doubling the price of the stone. So if stone is $7 a ton, they're going to charge you $14 a ton for the stone and delivery. Luckily, I had $310 in those 3 loads of stone. The neighbor has a dump truck, a big tandem axle. I don't know if that hauls 12, 13, 14 tons, somewhere in there. I'd have to go back and look at the scale slips he gave me. But I just paid him what the stone was. It was $310. We, great neighbor, we kind of do a barter system. So we'll give him beef or pork. Kiddo watches his animals if he's out of town, and then if we need stuff, he helps us out. So all he wanted in return was 40 bucks to put fuel back in the dump truck, and you can't beat that. So I'm at $350 all in on this project, and then you figure I probably had 15-20 bucks in diesel fuel in the Kubota. So under 400 for everything. And now year round, no matter how much rain we get, snow, the cattle can still come outside. I think them being out and getting in sunlight is a great benefit to them, just having, you know, happy, healthy cattle. So the nice thing about the screenings, why I chose to go this route, a lot of guys around here will use these asphalt grindings. This, I can come in and scoop off a layer of manure. Always add screenings back in because they're cost effective, they're easy to get, and when I spread manure on the neighbors' fields, they're not going to care about a little bit of limestone dust out there as opposed to running asphalt grindings. So that is that. Amber's over there messing with the horses. Project this week is to get that Ritchie inline water put up, automatic water, so then the cattle, as long as they're out in this pasture, they'll have access to water all the time. I won't have to worry about filling up water troughs. So that is that. Got a beautiful, just about a full moon going, and that is that. So as always, everybody, I know I got hit up yesterday a few times. People say it's been too long since I did a video. And with these kidney stones and the county fair and everything that's been going on, I just felt like garbage. So I actually got these kidney stones the Wednesday of our county fair, right before Kiddo's first year, showing cattle 2 days in a row. So somehow got through it, was able to help with the cattle, able to watch her show. But man, I hate these kidney stones. So as always, everybody, thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for all the support since we started this in 2020, and with me getting hurt and everything. I'm very thankful for the friends I've made here on YouTube. So remember, guys, God bless, and most importantly, make smart decisions. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And hopefully the surgery goes well and we can get back to making some videos on a regular basis. Take care, everybody.